Hello trainers, Neto here, and Master League is back with Love Cup. So if you do not like Love Cup, yeah, Master League is super go. And let's dive into the first team that I would like to talk about during this top 5 team video. Melmetal Machamp Garchomp, this is a line that you can play on any level, 40 or 50. Melmetal is gonna be super good as a generalist and a safe pick. There are not many safe picks out there in the Master League currently, so Melmetal is an absolutely beast on that safe pick spot. It is a spammy one with Thunder Shock, Rock Slide and Superpower and Flash Cannon for those Asians, and of course you're afraid of the ground types. Machamp will be on the team as a high DPS closer most of the times. It is gonna be very good against the steel types mainly, but it's kinda fragile and you're gonna be afraid a lot of those Charmers. Speaking of Charmers, another Pokemon that is afraid of them is gonna be the Garchomp. Not only that, it is also gonna be afraid of the Flyers in total. It is a generalist, it provides a high DPS on this team composition, and it can be used as a debuffer with Sandom, which is really interesting, but I prefer the standard moveset with Mudshot or even Dragon Tail in combination with Earth Power and Outrage. So the core breakers for this team composition are gonna be the Giratina, Origin, and of course the Landorus, because they go pretty well up in the lint and also at the back with Garchomp and Machamp. Trainers, quick reminder, just be sure to leave a like before you go in there and subscribe to the channel because we need it. Yes, thank you. Now let's return to the video. Next up everyone, we have a Groudon, the Alga, Togeki's line, and this team might struggle against Ho-Oh, but as you can see on this clip, yeah, it is totally manageable. So Groudon is a generalist with a high attack stat and also pretty good defense stats, and is afraid only of its counterpart Kyogre. Yeah, nothing more to say about this Pokemon, only that you can use Mudshot over Dragon Tail, but you're still gonna do the same work. I prefer Dragon Tail because of the higher damage. So the Alga is a generalist that pressures down with its fast attack and also has access to nukes, and this Pokemon is gonna do a lot of damage, or it is just gonna take shield. So as a closer, I will go with Dialga as my closer with a Draco Meteor and Iron Head because it has wide coverage and can beat down almost anything. So it is afraid of other steel types as well, which is kinda weird, but it's totally manageable with Groudon up in the lead. I love the synergy between those two, and Togeki's will apply the pressure that you need to finish off any unsuspected opponents. Fighter's Darks are of course its prey, it can simply farm them down, no biggie over there, and it's kinda soft because sometimes it feels like Togeki's will not be enough on certain matchups, but still you can go pretty well with Togeki's against neutral ones. Only steel types are gonna be the ones that it is gonna be really struggling with. Time for a team that, from my personal use, has a high success ratio. So Metagross, Palkia, Zekrom. This is gonna be a weird team composition because it doesn't have a lot of Metamons in there, but you can still go pretty hard on the opponent. So Metagross, a really cool, full of resistances leader that can hit hard pretty much anything, even its counters like a Giratina. So you are gonna do heavy damage to anything. So if you counter Giratina up in the lead, just go to your Zekrom because Zekrom can pressure down the opponent, has a high DPS ratio. It lacks coverage of course, but it can bait down critical matchups like a Togeki's, and you can still take a shield out of that Pokemon because you can still go for a wild charge to threaten them with a shield. This Pokemon does a lot of damage and it's afraid of the ground types, but still with Dragon Breath and Crunch you may do some heavy damage as well. And also consider using, instead of Crunch, your Outrage because it does a lot of damage. And yeah, there is nothing else that I have to say to you about this Pokemon. So Palkia will be our closer. As you can see, it is gonna be the spammy closer with Aqua Tail, but also has access to Draco Meteor, amazing move. It has a wide coverage against the meta because it is part water, part dragon, and it's kinda fragile. That's the sad news, but you can go pretty well on anything other than Charm with this team composition. Charm at the back of course, because Metagross can just farm it down. The core breakers for these teams are gonna be the Gyarados and another Zekrom, because those two will just dominate the whole team composition, and for the Zekrom you only have your Zekrom. So with that said, now let's move forward into the next one. Giratina Excadrill Mewtwo will be our next line that we're gonna talk about. Giratina is a generalist, fair enough bulky, and has access to a chance for a boost with Ominous Wind. If you can get the boost, yeah, everything is okay for you. It's afraid of the dark types, and dark types are gonna be the core breakers for this team composition because they can go pretty well with the backline and up in front, mainly the darks, yeah. So Excadrill is gonna be the core breaker that you need to finish off some steel types, some flyers, and also the charmers. So I really love that Pokemon, but it's kinda frail as well, unlike other Pokemon that we have talked about this video, but it's super spammy and deals a lot of damage. One drill run and then a simple farm down to the Alga, yeah, that's pretty cool for Excadrill, and you can still hit hard your counter, something like a Kyogre for example, with a drill run, so that might be a very good closer for you to pick out. And Mewtwo will be the Pokemon that you always say, win CMP, win CMP, win CMP. It has access only to nukes, it is spammy, and it's kinda frail as well, like the Excadrill. So the backline is frail, Giratina is fairly bulky, and the core breakers are gonna be Zarude and Yveltal because they are both dark types and deal a lot of damage to this team composition. But if you can avoid those Pokemon, yeah, this team can go pretty high. The final team recommendation trainers is gonna be with Metagross, Swampert, and Gyarados. Metagross, we talked about this Pokemon, hard hitter, really good one, ton of resistances and stuff like that, a pure generalist for a cool leader for your team composition. Swampert is gonna be the closer, I really like it as a spammy closer with Hydro Cannon, and also has access to the Nuke Earthquake for those steel matchups, and the ground types are gonna get destroyed by Hydro Cannons. It is kinda soft though, because as the whole team of course, because every single pick from this team composition feels like they cannot finish off the job sometimes. Gyarados is also gonna be on the team composition, pressuring down the opponent with a wide coverage from its moveset, but it's afraid of Melmetal because it has nothing to throw at it, and also gets destroyed by Melmetal, yeah. So the core breaker for this team composition is gonna be the Zarude, and if you can avoid that Pokemon, this team I think has no other weaknesses, so a really cool one for any budget trainer out there that is looking for a cool team to use on Master League, and a unique one as well. So thank you for watching trainers, I hope you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel obviously, and I hope I see you all into the next one. Take care everyone.